October 7th. That was a very, very tough day. We were planning to have a wonderful, relaxed last day of a feast, Simchat Torah, the Jewish Torah. But we woke up, I woke up because of sirens.
My story of 7 October started same day in the morning, 6:29. I remember that waking up really shocked. I did not expect it to wake up from siren, and I kind of rose up, walked at my wife, and I was like, what is going on? We ran to the girls, we took them, and kind of, chilled them, said everything will be fine. And I remember even that day, just before everything started to escalate it, I was just kind of making video to some of the young guys saying, we have another situation, it's okay, don't be afraid. But just after a few moments, I started to receive a lot of updates by Telegram, and I saw this crazy video that really shocked my world. I saw this truck with terrorists driving in the middle of Sderot, the city in Israel, in the south, and I was like, this is nightmare. No way that it's happening. And I was checking it once and again, and I saw then it continued when they were shooting towards the police, and I said, wow, this is bad.
Shalom, my name is Ilya. I want to take you back to the 7th of October through my eyes. We had the first siren that wakes us up, and this siren means that we have 45 seconds to get 2 floors down to take a shelter, because we do not have any bomb shelter at the apartment. First siren was, I think, double siren, or I'm not sure, but it was long. And we heard the explosions, we understood that something going on, and we've been a bit scared. For me, it sounds unrealistic, impossible. Terrorists in Israel, how come? There's no way.
And I started to see very strange footages of trucks full of terrorists driving in Israeli cities. I said, no way, no, it's a fake videos.
When Sas told me there's terrorists inside of Israel, I'm like, what? It's fake. And he showed me the video, the famous video, with the white truck and the terrorists inside with the guns. And I'm like, it's not Israel, no way.
So it was a tough day when I started to receive many phone calls from church members, our team, our congregational members, asking me, Pastor Israel, is it truth? Is it really happening? And little by little, first I would say, my first phone calls were, no, it cannot be truth, no way. But then I started to recognize, watching TV, calling other friends by myself, those who are aware, those who are involved with politics, they would confirm actually Israel under very severe attack from the north of Israel and from Gaza Strip, which is very close to Gaza. And they told me about the footages of terrorists. It is right footages, it is truth. That was heavy. That was even difficult to comprehend because we're not used to it.
Hamas attacks on October the 7th.
October 7th attack.
אנחנו במלחמה, במלחמה צריך לשמור על קור רוח.
friends called me and said, hey, do you know, actually one of our church members, he is right on the border. He's a soldier in the army, David Ratner, is right at the border, and we see from the footages that actually this area under attack.
До конца мы не понимаем, что происходит в самой стране, на самой границе. И, конечно же, начала писать Давиду, потому что я знаю, что у него база находится на границе, на Hallel. И я ему писала, но он не отвечал. Я думаю, ну, конечно же, какой солдат ответит, если в это время сирены, может, что-то у них там происходит на базе. Я ждала все равно его ответа. Ответ так и не приходил в течение дня. Муж пытался поддерживать Олим Хадашим, которые жили рядом с нами в нашем районе. Хайм их пригласил к нам домой. Они сидели целый день у нас дома. Мы вместе кушали, вместе общались. Как-то проходил этот день, 7 октября, были сирены. Мы пытались им помочь, их как-то утешить, сказать, что все будет нормально. Нам никто не отвечал с базы, что с ним что-то произошло. Так прошло воскресенье. И на 9 октября утром мой муж ушел на работу, а я осталась с детьми, потому что были все время сирены, они боялись без меня быть, я осталась с ними. И просто сидела с маленьким ребенком на диване, к нам постучались. Когда ходят и сообщают о гибели солдат, не звонят в звонок, а стучат в дверь. Вы знаете, в это время у меня, наверное, мир с-под ног ушел. Они говорят, Ратнер, я говорю, да, Ратнер. И мне говорят, что ваш Давид погиб. Я не знала, что сказать, у меня не было слов. Я села на диван с маленьким ребенком, все дети спали еще. Собака сильно гавкала, дети даже не просыпались. И я не могла детям ничего сказать. Тогда солдаты зашли в спальню каждому ребенку, разбудили Йосифа, и он сказал, этого не может быть. Мне только что Давид снился и сказал, не верим, я живой, со мной все хорошо. Я когда разбудила Эстер, Эстер сильно кричала, и она говорит, я не верю, такого быть не может, это не с Давидом, это какая-то ошибка. Младшие дети закрыли уши и сказали, мама, это ошибка, он спрятался. Этого не может быть. И они не верили.
A beautiful boy, full of life. Always smiling, always encouraging others, always helping people. So he was fighting like a hero, fighting like a lion. They were overrun, a few dozen people against hundreds of terrorists. And in the beginning, for hours, there were no help. 8 hours before he was wounded in his neck, and then 2 more hours, and he bleeded to death, and eventually he died.
And later on, I received a call from my officer in my unit that said, hey, Sass, we need you to get ready, take your bag, get ready. I asked him, like, how long should I take stuff? He said, I don't know, take at least for a few weeks.
It was really confusing, and you try not to be relaxed and calm because you have kids and you're a mom. So you need to be strong for everybody and make the atmosphere good.
And just before I went out, I kind of hugged my wife, hugged my kids. I really embraced them close to me, and I said, I love you girls, I love you so much. And inside of me, I knew that there's a chance that I will not come back home, because I knew that it's going to be really, really tough. And we left We arrived at the base, thousands of people came, it was chaos as well.
I was packing my bag also because I took the kids to my mom. It was only 5 minutes of driving, but it was the most terrifying time in my life. I was looking around, trying to find someone suspicious, if there is any terrorist around me, and if there's going to be a siren, how I taking 2 kids in 40 seconds to a shelter in the middle of the road. Thanks God it was good. I came to my mom quickly as possible. All this time it felt like I'm the one who holding up all this house because my brother is a soldier and he was there. They took his phone for this time, and for a month we didn't know what's going on with him.
We did not know completely what's going on, but we already started to get scared. Me and Ben, we are both in reserves, so we packed our bags and we was ready. At 11:30 or something like that, 11:40, we already was in the way up north towards Lebanon. I remember a few conversations with people on the phone, with friends from our youth, that they called me and they said, Elia, I can't, I'm afraid, I can't go, I can't serve. Soldiers who just lost their faith, not only faith in God, but just faith in general. They have no hope at all. That's what happened at the 7th of October. For me, what I've seen is that the hope in Israel just completely destroyed.
Тяжело принять матери, которая знает, что больше никогда не увидит сына, никогда не обнимет. Тяжело принять семье это, как служить людям, как молиться за людей, как себя вести, как быть тем, кем ты был раньше, когда ты ободривал людей, когда ты говорил слова веры, когда ты молился и говорил, когда мы молимся, ничего с нашими детьми не случится. В это время с Давидом это произошло. Как людям объяснить, что ты служитель, твой ребенок ушел на небеса. Другие солдаты, его друзья, стали живы. Его лучшие друзья остались живы, а он пошел на небеса.
You know, one of the moving points for me was, I never have heard my daughter cry that much and scream that much, because she was looking for her friend. She grew up together. She'd been to my home many times. Beautiful, a beautiful girl. Her name is Isabel or Isabella. 2 days before wedding, she went to see her friends with her fiancé. 2 days before the wedding, and she was caught in fire and she was killed. She was hiding in the bomb shelter, and terrorists came and they throw many grenades until they make sure everyone is dead. And I remember one of the mornings, a few days after the war, after the attack, after the war began, we still have rockets flying, but my daughter was calling and searching and looking for Isabel. And then I started to hear, no. And I never, my daughter, she was a soldier in the army. She came through a lot in her life, but I never heard her screaming like that. So she found footages, she found true internet footages that Isabella is dead. She died in the bomb shelter, covered with blood, with about 30 other Israelis who've been massacred just in this bomb shelter. Her fiancé survived to tell the story.
I remember during the night when we worked all the day. We prepared the northern border to a war as well. We did not know that it's going to stop only in Gaza. I want you to imagine what I see. So try to imagine like a whole ant house, okay? Like a whole, like everyone running, and that's a whole chaos, and someone yelling and bring that, and people carrying stuff, and people asking where can I get a gun, where can I get a helmet, where can I get a vest, and everyone is afraid. And during all this running, and it's like a whole car race of people, you just can see suddenly someone falling on his knees and weeping and screaming because he just got a call of his someone who has died, a part of his family. And then after a few minutes, someone will came to him, hug him, wake him up, and they go continue work. And even I have been in this situation when I'm working, and then a friend of mine calling me, and he said, we lost David Retner. I couldn't continue work. I just felt like everything is broken. And I started crying. Some random guy came up to me. He said, I know what you feel. But so not all the country will feel that. Let's continue. And he wake me up and he will start to walk. We continue with our job. We did not know what we were doing. It was chaos. But we knew that we have to do something to protect our country, to protect our families, to protect our friends. The 7th of October was a day of that not only hope and not only faith have been lost, but also on top of that, a spirit of fear that have been released over the country. With these people, the terrorists that cross, it's not only the terrorists, but even people who not believe in God, they say that these terrorists wasn't people. It wasn't human. It was a spirit. It was totally demonic stuff that human being cannot do, but the demons can. So with these demons coming to our land, a spirit of fear released, and everyone was scared. I had so many questions to God. I asked why, how, where are you? Why you're not helping? And praise God that at this moment, I'm pretty sure that He just sat it on the throne up in heaven, and He laughed at me and smiled, and He said, little do you know, son, let me show you.
And I told my team, now we need to mobilize and go and help people. I just couldn't stay home. I just couldn't sit home. Now my city under rocket fire, and we need to run to the bomb shelter, take a shelter. We come out to help families, to deliver food. I'm waiting for my guys, and suddenly rocket is here. So I see people running, everyone.
Today we arrived north, near to the Lebanon border.
So we are coming down to the bomb shelter.
And now we're going to the families that cannot go outside.
So we decided not to wait even for tomorrow, but just to run to the grocery, buy stuff and deliver.
Right now we're in the city of Ashkelon. We came here to the hospital where many wounded people were brought.
We're on the way up north.
Sets for our soldiers.
We gathered in Beit Hallel, thought, how can we help people and how can we help our city and those around? Because people were stuck in their homes because of the shooting, and people were scared to come out. There were families that only immigrated 6th or 7th of October.
Some of the Ukrainian people that came and ran away from the war and came to Israel to a war. So there was a lot of job.
And we tried to help those in need with all the necessary things. Each of those who contacted us wasn't left without an answer. We started buying produce and gave out tens of thousands of produce bags and hundreds of hot meals for those in need. At the same time, we tried to help new immigrants of Israel because they had nothing. And we continue our help with clothes, shoes, and heaters, and with blankets and pillows, kitchen supplies, everything that they need. In Israel, not everyone has a bomb shelter in their home or near them. They only have access to public shelters. We took into our hands to arrange bomb shelters that were used as storages. We cleaned them out, we brought beds, blankets, pillows, water, food, and all the necessary things that families with kids, as well the elderly, will need while in a bomb shelter during rocket attack.
The soldiers was like driving with a small bag to the base without not enough clothes probably, even the underwear, socks, the basic stuff.
Praise God, we've been able to help them and release blessing.
So we were going to all the bases. We were in all the bases of Gaza border, and we were feeding the soldiers. We were giving them helmets and vests, and it was so important because it saved so much life
мы могли поддержать теперь солдат, говорить им, где Давид, говорить им Слово Божье, говорить Евангелие, говорить свидетельство нашей жизни, говорить, во что мы верим. Я ни одного солдата не видела в нашем доме, который бы нас не слушал. Я бы, наверное, никогда в своей жизни стольким солдатам не рассказала Евангелие, как через то, что произошло в нашей семье. Давид пошел на небеса, и через это очень многие солдаты услышали Евангелие, услышали об Иисусе.
Through the ministry of Voice of Judah that we received plenty of donation, I've been able to say to my friends, to say to my friends from the unit, from the company that I'm in, at the front line, I've been able to say, hey guys, not all over the world hate you. Not everyone hates you. Because that's what we hear, that's what we see in the news, that everyone hates Israel, all the eyes on Rafah, free Palestine. We just see completely hate, that all the world is against Israel. But I was able to share the love of the people, the love of the Christians, the love of you guys throughout the donation. They asked me, hey, where did you get all these vests? Where did you get all these helmets? How did you get all these uniforms? And I said, it's a donation from people who love you, who stands with you. We had pastors who came to Israel to visit, and we took them to our units to just say words of love.
And I remember one of the stories, one of the guys that came to Israel, American guy that came in, and some of my soldiers saw him and they were like, is he American? I said, yeah, he is. And they're like, why he's here? Isn't he crazy? I said, well, yeah, he's crazy a bit, but he loves Israel, he loves a lot, and he knew how much it's important to be now in Israel.
During the most difficult time of rocket attacks in Ashkelon, we were driving people out to Jerusalem. People had destroyed homes. Some were families with kids, others were people with disabilities. We were able to drive them out to a safe place. In times of war, people feel lonely and they have a lot of fear. I'm so happy we had the opportunity to help those people and be the answer to their problems.
A lot of people not came here just to get the food package or the clothes. They're really thankful for that. But most of them was here to get this mental support because the war is still going on. And someday it will end, but the broken parts and all this pain will stay for a long time inside of these people. And our job here is to be the help for them, to help them get relief from this pain in the soul.
Many were thanking us and crying and hugging us. When you hear from them that you were the only one who visited them and was able to give them a solution of their problem, you understand that you are doing something very important.
Even though it's so difficult, it's so tough, God given us inspiration and power and energy, if you like, and time and desire. I'm really inspired to see number of volunteers, number of prayers that have been done.
I met a lot of people in this time, young, old, and in the end, everybody is always talking about God, about something spiritual, and you see how in this terrible situation, season in life, in the end, everybody is looking for God, and they're searching for Him, searching to something to fulfill the empty space inside of them, and that's something that only God can do.
Даже рассказывая ту историю, которую мы проходим с Хаймом, у людей открываются сердца. Мы все равно общаемся о том, что могут быть страдания, могут быть боли, но Господь все равно Он с нами очень близко. На самом деле сейчас очень много молодых людей, у которых открыты сердца именно из-за войны, которая происходит. И когда мы говорим Слово Божье, когда мы ободриваем, когда мы стоим вместе, мы предлагаем помолиться, вы знаете, я очень редко встречала, когда человек говорит, я не хочу, чтобы за меня молились. Все говорят, да, мы хотим. Спасибо вам большое, что вы за нас молитесь. И так же само мы, когда участвуем в каких-то проектах, там альфа-курс или проект, допустим, раздачи продуктов, любой проект, когда мы знакомимся с людьми, это такая ценность продолжать и служить людям любовью, ободрением. Слава Богу.
So that whole year was really crazy year, a lot of ups and downs. God has been doing a lot of miracles as well. Nothing will ever stop the ministry, even in the midst of big wars and big stuff. You know, His kingdom has been spread and we're still able to work. This year, it was a year of comfort the people of Israel, helping the people of Israel, as the prophecies were saying, as the prophets were saying, you know, Isaiah 40, when he says, comfort my people, he talked to you guys.
At this point, I'm also thinking of all the people we've been able to bless, all the people we've been able to encourage and give them help, and thinking of all the value of support and blessings and prayers and the donations for food, for many other items. And I want to thank you, dear friends. Your help, your support, your prayers, your encouraging words and your presence really means a lot to us. In the very dark moments, we know we're not alone. We have friends who are walking with us. So I cannot even thank you enough. I cannot express myself enough to tell you we are so grateful, because we couldn't do that without you. And I really mean it, we couldn't do that without you. Yet, thinking of this very difficult year, but it's also been a year of blessings, because so many great things happened.
I served in the military for 4 months, and during this time, that time girlfriend, from the States, she decided to visit me. She did not know that after she will visit me, she will become my fiance. By miracle, I proposed, and then when I finished my military, after 4 months, we got married last May 23. I hope I'm right. But we got married during the war. Why we got married? Because we decided that we don't know how long we have. I don't know how long I will be not in the military. I don't know how long I'm gonna be alive. I'm generally telling to you. And it was like we tell into the spirit that they try to kill us. These spirits try to kill us, but we're doing the opposite. We're gonna continue living. Moreover, we're gonna continue building family. We're gonna continue our life. And that's the most important thing. That the hope, the faith that I have right now, it's not from the government, it's not from the military, it's not from my friends, it's not from my pastor, it's not from anyone except Jesus.
I have hope for the future. I have hope for the next year. And I don't know how long war will continue. And definitely we will going to have different conflicts and problems, because we are living in the last days. Yet, when we stand for each other, together, we make a difference. We make name of God, name of Yeshua known to the people of Israel and to the all people.
And I'm thankful today. I'm thankful to God, to you guys, for just be part of it. Even if you are a lot of kilometers away from us, you're still helping us and you're supporting us. And I want to say thank you for your prayers, for your support. So we are one body. You are part of this body. We are here to be your hands and feet. And thanks to you, we are sending ourselves here and there just to help the Jewish nation and support them and bring the good news to everybody.
Through this war, I understood, I tried to deny God. I genuinely tried. I repented real quick. I said, I'm sorry that I tried to deny you. I cried because I felt so bad that I even thought about denying. But then Jesus showed His love and just covered me with His faith and with His supernatural faith. There's a gift of spirit, the faith. He covered me with that and gave me the ability to not only believe in me, but to believe that my family will grow. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that God for you guys?